I'm kicking in your front door. Ray home on the couch. Rob got that chicken salad warming up. We're at the barber shop, but we're not getting a haircut. We're with Rudy the Barber. Chief Hall Podcast.
Yo.
Right now.
Yeah.
Cuts Barbershop. Appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Open 7 days a week. Take advantage of the special promotion we have going on. $25 haircuts from Monday through Wednesday. Yep, you heard right. $25 haircuts. Location, you can find us at 18405 Miramar Parkway. I'll also give you the Instagram. The Instagram is bigcuts_Miramar.
All right, now we back, and a lot of them happening. We ain't gonna talk about all that because we got a special guest in the building, and one of Carol City's great alums, and he come from a long line of barbers, but they don't cut no hair, but they barbers.
That's right.
Mr. Rudy Barber,
What's
how
up?
you doing?
All is well.
Mr. Rudy Barber, you know, I'm gonna ask you some questions, but of course, however you want to go
All right.
with the question, you can go.
Okay.
Mr. Rudy graduated in '89 from Carol City, went on, of course, and played for UM. So we'll get a little bit into some of those details and paint a nice picture for you. I always wanted to know that, did you guys play Pee Wee football?
Yeah.
All-
We play people. Yeah.
Okay, all y'all.
Yeah.
All right, and what Optimus branch? What branch?
Scott Lake
Scott Lake.
Vikings.
Scott Lake. Was pressure always to play football? With your dad being a coach and a player?
I would say when we were younger, like it was kind of like just fun, you know. And you know, since it's in you, you want to do it. But then I guess the thing was because we were like bigger than our classmates. So not necessarily like fat, but just like bigger and tall.
Yeah.
So we had to play up. So let's say, you know, instead of me playing with 9 and 10-year-olds, I had to play with 12 and 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
So when I had to play, you know, older guys, it was like, man, I can't play with these cats like that. And so when we played with the older guys, it was different. And so it was difficult. And so, everybody know who my dad was. And so they was expecting, okay, that their coaches would even literally say, oh man, you sorry, man, you nothing like your daddy, da. But I didn't let that, get to me. But what I actually let it do, what it did do is encourage me to come back next year, because they actually, they do it now, but back then they used to cut. And Optimists, they cut you. So depend on the team. Some teams, they just want the kids to play, which nothing wrong with that. They want them to play and develop and all that. But the team that I went out for, they actually cut me. So I was like, so you had to go a whole year went around where I had to, deal with that. And then, the next year I came back, still had to play, with the older guys. And I was like, man, but I because it's in you. See, when something is in you, it's like it happens automatically. It's like you don't try to do it. It's like, whatever, it's just in you. So it's like I had a drive to do it. And so so the thing was with that, it wasn't so much pressure from my dad. I mean, he did encourage us to do it, but it wasn't so much pressure from him. It was just something that we desired to do, We just needed some help, developing. Yeah.
And then with him being so involved with it, it gave you a better look at it when he started to see how you guys was taking to it.
Right.
It opened up, and you brought up something when you said you guys were getting bigger than everybody else, which is a reason why. So now when we go past Pee Wee, and it said something about prep school. Did you go to a school before Carol City?
No, no.
Okay.
I went to Parkway Middle.
All right, just Parkway Middle. Mm-hmm. And then you were still playing ball in of some
just Optimus,
Yeah, because Optimus was going on. It was so competitive and expressed on through. So now here you go, 86. Your freshman year was what at Carol City? 85, huh?
I want to say 85, yeah. Mm-hmm.
85. All right. Mm-hmm. When you get to Carol City in 85, what was that like? That trend when you go out there on that football field and you had some of them guys you had them Godfrey Miles,
Right.
them Tim Popes.
Yep.
Because I heard the stories about Godfrey Miles benching 400-500 pounds
Yep.
in high school.
In high school. Yep.
So when you seeing all that and you seeing that, how was that transition or coming to play for out there?
Again, when it's something in you and it's for you to do, you don't think about that.
Yeah.
And so I had like no fear. Like, okay, these guys, I wasn't worried about that. Because it was something that was, again, it was in me. So I wasn't worried about that.
So you was always on that offensive side.
Yeah, I was always on the offensive side. Yeah.
For those who don't know, his dad is the great Rudy Barber, which played linebacker for the Dolphins and for Bethune-Cookman College. Yep. And so he got a lot of what they say pedigree and behind his name. They just don't cut hair. They named this Barber. So you get to Kansas City, and so you start, and Coach Frazier is at Kansas City. Mm-hmm. He was always like that. As far as that disciplinary, he was always like that when you first met him. Give me a little bit. When you first met Coach Frazier and you're going out for the football team, what was that like going out?
Well, as you know, that him and my dad, they went to college together.
Yeah.
And so I think he may have been maybe 1 or 2 years. My dad maybe 1 or 2 years older than him, but they went to college together, so they knew each other.
Yeah.
And so I was supposed to go to New Orleans, so my first time ever really meeting him formally, he came to our house and he talked to me about coming to the Kansas City. And back then you couldn't just transfer it over, but if you were enrolled in this program and that program, legally you could do it that way. Uh-huh. So he was, he talked to me about doing that. So okay, sure. But I didn't really know what I was getting into. But again, he knew. Okay, his dad played, so there's a great possibility that it's something in him that he can, bring to the table for the program.
In them genes, because you was already big.
Yeah.
So,
but no, actually, no. Actually, I was big for when I was in elementary, so I was taller than everybody.
That's right, tall.
So like the height I am now, I was about the height I was in 6th grade. I just wasn't big, and I was skinny.
Okay.
So when I got to Kansas City, I was probably like 6'2", 6'3", 195.
So how you get the old line at that size?
The thing was I was strong.
Okay.
So I was able to do what I had to do. Playing offensive guard for that position, yeah, I was able to do it. But I was really strong. Yep.
Okay, so you go and pull and go ahead on it and lay them boys down. You pull it, but you ain't start really pancaking them till your senior. When the wipeout boys, which we're gonna talk about. Yeah. We're gonna talk about the wipeout boys because they were in effect later or maybe that next year. Mm-hmm. Now, for those who don't know, Kansas City had O-linemen which were infamous for pancaking. Miami Central players, Miami Northwestern players, pancake them, you know what I'm talking about? And putting syrup on them. Mm-hmm. So they called them the Wipeout Boys. They used to be all in the newspaper. And Rudy was one of the Wipeout Boys for Kansas City. And he mentioned the names of the brothers. Now, I got there in 88, and then y'all left that next year. So, but they were still in full effect then because we had a tradition of that O-line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after that, yeah.
Yeah, because the O-line, that was Coach Frazier's thing.
Yeah, his thing.
He was always with the O-line. So the Wipeout Boys, your fondest memory of the time with the Wipeout Boys?
I would say my fondest memory, believe it or not, are practices. Man, those are brutal practices, but the just the rivalry that we had amongst each other, the defensive players and offensive players. I mean, that was I'll never forget that. No matter what, it doesn't compare to the levels I went to with football. In those rivalries that we had, we would actually literally talk about what we were going to do to the defense and during lunch, and it was just go back and forth talking.
Them Chief Pride drills. I heard about them. Man. I heard about them Chief Pride.
Brutal.
Now, so I want to say that. What you say, Rob?
Talk about that.
The Chief Pride drill.
The Chief Pride drill. Yeah.
So this, Chief Pride drill it's a drill that we do, just one-on-one. It could be either a defensive lineman against an offensive lineman or offensive lineman against a linebacker. So it was just like, hey, When Coach Frazier blow the whistle, just boom, you go at it. Whoever drive one back win, and the other one to lose. Yeah.
Oh, so that's what they.
That's
and
what it was.
that was developing y'all though. You know, they had tough practices. That's why the games was like that. That's why they did the Rockets like that back in them days. You know, that's why they did them like that.
Yeah, really did them bad. I remember that time we did them.
Yeah.
We did the Rockets dirty.
Yeah. Now, Coach Frazier is one of our future guests. So I'm just going. What does Coach Frazier mean to you?
I want to say he means a lot to me for us instilling certain ideologies about how to play, and because there are different ways you can play, and in the University of Miami, the way we played was not the way Coach Frazier would have allowed us to play. His thing was do your talking with your actions. University of Miami was all we hit and talk, but I thank God for that understanding of you don't have to do all that talking. You just do what you got, especially as offensive lineman. You can't, man, you keep doing all that doggone talking and all those mixes and twisters and defensive blitzes and changing the plays. So I thank God for, just having that understanding. You got to do all that talking. Nothing, that was our style, but that discipline for us, understanding that, make sure you're taking the weight room serious and your conditioning serious, because that's going to give you the edge. And so that's how we had the edge over most of our opponents. We were stronger. We were more conditioned. And so, that was the foundation right there, making sure that you were in condition and instilling those, morals and principles about being on time and making sure you be respectful to your teachers. And he even said a lot of things about, if you were not the smartest person in the class, making sure you sit up front and don't give a teacher any trouble, and ask questions, do your best, and chances are teacher will help you out best they can. And, hey, I even have that even works in college. Same thing.
Yeah. To that point, I remember when I went to a practice and Coach Frazier had them huddled up, and I said, let me go ahead and see what Coach Frazier was talking. So I went and looked in through the thing, and Coach Frazier said something, and the young man said, yelled out something, and then Coach Frazier said, son, they don't know you're stupid unless you open your mouth.
That's right.
And I remember
that. Say that,
yeah. And I said, okay, that's I can use that. I can use that. Yeah. So and now the best story. I know it's a lot of them. We'll talk about some more in post. Give me one, a good one that you can remember.
Concerning Coach Frazier?
Coach Frazier. Because we was talking a little bit earlier about the paddles and keeping, the old school way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll give you one concerning me and him.
Yeah, there we go.
So, I was one of his star players. So, and then, him and my dad were friends.
Yeah.
But anybody knows Coach Frazier, okay, so what your daddy is my friend or whatever. You do something wrong, I'm going to handle you the same way I handle everybody else. And my mom and dad instilled us not to be disrespectful to adults and not to say anything slick or back and forth. So with this particular practice, we were running this particular play. And normally when you make a mistake that's just like obvious or just like you just wasn't thinking, whatever, he would say something to you, get up in your face, blah, blah, blah. And so this particular time, I ran the play like we were supposed to, and he came over there, jacked me up, and and I didn't say anything. I just put my head down. He's and then somebody told him, Coach, he did it the right way. You were wrong. He came back over and said, I'm sorry. Go ahead, you can hit me. You can hit me. I said, nah, Coach, I ain't finna hit you.
He said, nah, yeah. Oh, he said you can hit me.
Yeah, he said you can hit me. Yeah, you can hit me because he had done jacked me all up. He was all in my face. He said, you can hit me. I said, nah, Coach, I ain't finna do it like that.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. Yep.
Yeah, and that was a good lesson, and that's what was echoed over and over at the dedication. People that spoke, Bonwell. Everybody that spoke in reference to Coach Frazier, they remembered that discipline and how he was a man's man.
That's right.
And what he said,
that's right.
He meant, and he was able to apologize in front of everybody that. So it was a lot of good stories like that. Now, of course, we got to move on to the Canes.
Okay.
Now, because the Canes, you got let the folks know how many championships you won.
Two championships, 1989, 1991.
That was our our senior year, y'all won one when we had left and was at FAMU by that time. But tell us about that. Was the transition hard? Now coming from Kansas City's Coach Frazier, that you talked a little bit about it, but say a little bit more. Was there any difficulty with that transition?
Yeah, it was. It was. Because we were, a running team. Yeah. So we were a running team, and University of Miami, we're a passing team. So it's like I had to get used to,
that
how
type
to pass
of block.
Yeah. So like run block, no, I got that all day, blowing them off the ball left and right. But I had to get used to that, and so that took a little time to get used to that.
And see, that's what a lot of people that watch football, like Rob, he don't know that, but I'm glad you said that because he watch football and just be looking at the colors and stuff on the players. He like the colors, but the that's pass blocking. I was talking to somebody today because they stopped liking the Dolphins because they felt that the Dolphins were not trying to build around all the other quarterbacks. They only thought that they built around Dan Marino. But anyway, when those mobile quarterbacks started to be so prevalent, I was telling them that it's a different thing blocking for a mobile quarterback than it is for a pocket passer.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
and then you saying and now you even bringing out that a running team when you blocking them for a running team, which that's mostly what Kansas City did.
Yep.
I only remember we passed when T.Y. was there.
Yeah.
That was the most we passed that I can remember. When T.Y. was there in 90, and we came back on Central. Central had us 14-21 to something zip. And after halftime, we came back and won 28 zip. Tyrone threw 4 touchdowns. So I remember that.
What team that was again? You said that was Central, right?
I think their mascot is a rocket or a pencil or something. A pencil. I think their mascot is a pencil, something like that.
Pencil. Yeah, it is. a pencil.
One of them skyrockets. One of them skyrockets they be selling at the corner store. That. But anyway, go
ahead.
So when you brought that, it was good you brought that out about that pass blocking.
Yeah,
it's different.
Yeah,
and you had to learn that because you move more. You got what's the biggest difference?
It was more so of learning position in your body and how to use your hands the right way versus you just run block. You just
where the play going, so you just push everybody out the way.
Yeah, and
you do a little more holding on pass block.
Well,
you more not holding
right. I prided myself in not doing that, because so you get them penalties. But I tried my best not to do that. Yeah, because a lot of offensive linemen do, and they get away with it. But I know not good. Yeah. If you're inspiring to go further, that's not a good idea to practice.
To start
the habit.
Bad habits.
They
had them bad habits of doing that. Now, I was when you think about that. Now, those national championships. Let's pull up some of them pictures of Rudy when he was doing this thing. See if that brought out any memories there. That picture when he was blocking old boy from Florida State. Okay, that's one of them pictures there. See, that's the low one there, boy.
Yeah,
you getting down in there, Rudy. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. So give me another one now, man. Give me another. Yeah, there it is.
I remember that too. Yep.
Yeah. That picture with the suit on now. What you remember what that was?
Yeah, that was in front of the Cal City. That's front of high school.
Oh, that was your senior picture?
No. What that one there? No, that was
with the suit on.
Suit. That was just my sophomore year at University of Miami. You had to take the media guy picture. Yeah.
Oh, that's the media. Oh, that's right. That's for the media guy.
Yeah.
And they go them barbers can't cut no hair, but them barbers. I thought your brother did cut hair though, didn't he?
Nah, he never cut.
Oh, he never cut no hair. Okay. Yeah.
I tried calling him, by the way, man. He
did.
He didn't answer.
Nah,
and
he graduated. He graduated with us. Running back, linebacker. Put the pictures back up there for me. My man. Not down. Yeah. Rudy graduated with us. Coach was coaching out there, and then they go. Kentroy graduated with us. Rudy was a little bit before us. Now that you know who that linebacker is there?
That linebacker.
That you blocked. You about the pancake.
No, that's I remember that's John Nance.
Yeah.
He played D-line. That's John Nance. I remember. John Nance.
Florida State. Boy, y'all had some battles with Florida State.
Oh yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, big battles. Yep.
Big battles. All right, that's all the pictures I had up there. Oh, I got a couple more of them.
Man, they cheated Florida State, by the way. But anyway.
Yeah, we talk about that. That was good.
Yeah. They did.
So
they cheated.
Yep, they did big time.
Yeah. All right. The best UM team in your opinion? Because I know what the stats say and what they saying.
I hear all of them saying in 2001 they had so much talent this in the third, but I say that we had so many players that were not playing that could have went somewhere else in Division I team and started and did well, and so to the point where almost I never forget one of our coaches, he was there, he played also, Randy Shannon. He would always say, hey, everybody gonna get maybe not play a long time in the field, but everybody here gonna get a little sample, a little something. And that's exactly what happened. Like when I graduated, like everybody may have maybe only played 2 years or 3 years or 1 year. It was like we had so many, and a lot of them didn't even like really play. Yeah. But it's because we had so much talent.
So much talent.
We had so much talent. I mean, like in every position, we had so much talent.
So it's always 2001. People think that it was just them that had all them boys sitting on the bench. But y'all, they always had it. Because now Jimmy Johnson recruited you, right?
Yeah, he recruited me.
You was telling us about that. And he brought all them, who's that linebacker that came in?
With us, Jesse Armstead.
Yeah, you had Jesse Armstead.
We came in with us, Jesse Armstead, Darren Crine.
Darren Smith was
he was already there. No, he was already there.
Smith.
He was already there.
Yeah, now he came out of New Orleans. Yeah.
He was already there.
Yeah, Darren Smith. Okay, so that's what it was. So you think you all beat that 2001 team?
Because we had Larry Jones, Donnell Bennett, James Stewart, Daniel Ferguson. These are 4 running backs. All of them could have went anywhere else in the United States and started, but they were all competing for time. So they're talking about playing Portis. Now I said, I'm taking nothing away from them, but I'm like, no, bro, we had some dogs, bro.
Yeah.
We had some dogs, and they were all competing for time. And they even tried to get my brother. They tried to get him to come out there. I said, nah, bro, we stacked up out here now. You want to come?
You ain't gonna
play.
Bench. Yeah, because he was big. Yeah, because Kentrell he was running them over.
Oh yeah.
He would have been the biggest one there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't had nothing like that.
Yes we did. Yes we did. Because we had what's it called? James Stewart. James Stewart was like 6'3", 240.
6'3", yeah, he was big.
Mm-hmm.
So they saying that Edgerrin James statistically is the best running back in UM history.
Right. But see, the thing is, with him, he got like, when he was there, he got like most, because
he got most of the carry. Yeah.
They had to split the time. They split the time. Larry, Donnell, James, they all split time.
Yeah. Edgerrin James got that time.
Yeah.
He got that time put in. Now we're gonna play something. We're gonna do a little something that we do that's a little different.
Okay.
And we started. It's called Check Your Dome.
Okay.
So I'm gonna throw something at you.
Okay.
A name or whatever, and then you just take your time. You ain't got to say the first thing. Oh, come on, you mind. You don't got to say root beer. You don't got to do that. So I just picked this couple. Jimmy Johnson,
legendary coach of all time.
Legendary.
Go down in history.
Yeah, he gonna go down for sure for the
University
Canes
of Miami and the Dallas Cowboys.
That's right. Nick Saban,
legendary coach. Go down in history for winning the most championships at this time. Yeah. And may probably nobody else maybe ever come close to that.
Would you have liked to play for Coach Saban?
No. I would loved to play for Coach Johnson, but yeah, that's what I wanted to play for y'all.
Yeah, because he was the one who recruited y'all. Then he got that job with the Cowboys. Yeah. Ray Lewis,
the motor never stopped. Still running.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He would never stop. Yeah, never stop. All right, and Warren Sapp, one of the most brilliant
defensive players I've ever played against.
Yeah, because see, you played against him. Yeah. But now he was D tackle, so he was. Yeah.
He actually came to the University of Miami as a tight end. Yeah. But they converted him over to defensive line
because of them feet. I heard he got them cat feet, them cat-like feet.
Yeah, he ran like 4.7 at like 300.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Now, Rob, you had wanted to say something before we start to wrap this thing up. What we looking like, timekeeper? Don't say nothing. Just put your hands up.
No, I didn't have too much more to say. I was thinking about that Florida State thing. I mean, what's going on with Florida State now? Yeah, how they robbed them. So I guess that's something we could talk about next week.
Yeah, I mean, but since you brought it up, you mind what? Yeah. I mean,
what you think about it?
You feel they robbed them?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. But I think I read something that Ed may have posted, and it was pretty much about money. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is. The bottom line. It's about money. Yeah. It's about ticket sales.
Yeah.
I guess they went back, I guess, like years ago when they did win a national championship. I guess, I mean, don't quote me to this because I'm not sure. I haven't did no research to it. But the last time that they was in a national championship, I guess they didn't sell out all of their tickets.
Oh.
So I don't know.
As far as following.
Yeah, as far as following.
Uh-huh.
So I guess they're making that thing, they're making it a whole money thing, you know, instead of the talent. You know, I mean, you went 12-0 and now you not.
I think 13-0, wasn't it?
13 or whatever, well, undefeated, right? Yeah. And you not playing the national championship, you know.
Yeah. So I don't think they was robbed. But what you think, Rudy?
You don't think they was robbed? Okay.
No.
I think that they were, but what they're basing on is this, which is not fair, and I wouldn't have done it because it's not fair because they did what they needed to do. If because their mindset is this: their quarterback is out, and this not going to be no good game because the TCU game that was like that was ridiculous.
And that LSU and that Louisville game the night. That Louisville game, you know, the committee watched the game.
Yeah. Yeah. So the thing is like, okay, we don't want that to happen again. So if the quarterback wasn't hurt, I believe they would have let him do it. Now I know they wanted Alabama because of the money and all that, but I believe that their mind was this: if we put this product on the field, we're not gonna make any money. But if we put Alabama, you know, Coach Saban, this and that, the third, they beat Georgia, this gonna sell more. But the Florida State game wasn't gonna be a good seller because of the quarterback that got hurt. So now they're playing with the second and third string. Now third string. Third string. I'm just like, they earned the right to be there. So if they get beat down, let them go and get beat down. But they robbed them. Yeah, they robbed them. It's a money thing, like you said. It's a money thing.
That's what I think.
Yeah. I just think that it was going to be a hard game to watch with Florida State.
Yeah, it would have been.
Because I saw that Louisville game, and I'm around all these Florida State fans because the SWAC championship was the game previous. And so the sports bar had all the games up. So we sitting there watching FAMU won. So we sitting there watching that, and it was a hard game to watch because neither team.
Yeah, I saw it. I watched the whole thing. Yeah.
So neither team can move the ball. So now, this is the thing with the system. You know, they got 5 power conferences and they only got 4 spots for a playoff. From its inception, they knew one of the Power 5 was going to always be left out because they only got 4 spots. So somebody, no matter what, when they won their conference, somebody was going to still get left out from its inception. So they knew what they were setting up. So I mean, those other teams starting to show a lot better, but they you know that TCU beatdown was ridiculous, and they felt they picked wrong. So it's going to be interesting how it unfolds because Michigan, I think, is tough. They're going to give Alabama a decent game, but that other game is probably that Texas game. I think that's going to be real interesting. They may be trying to set it up for that.
Who they playing? Texas playing? Who they playing? They playing.
Texas playing Washington.
Okay.
Washington. All of these teams have a decent defense too. That's one thing. They all have a decent defense. Florida State, and they all have good offenses. So they looked at all that stuff too. You know, when it boils down to it, of course, they want the viewers. The schools get paid a lot of money. I didn't even know that FAM got paid. FAM get paid they get $2 million for the SWAC championship.
Oh wow!
To win that, I didn't know it. So if FAM get $2 million, you know what all other teams doing that's participating in the bowl in playoff, they get big money. They get big money. But I don't say they was robbed because they in the system. They bought into the system already.
Yeah,
they already know what the game is. It's left up to them. So you just gotta play your best at all times, and then your fate. Yeah, your fate is gonna be up to when they make those decisions. But Florida State, for sure, if that quarterback wouldn't have went down, they were gonna be a different team. For sure. He was playing real good.
Let me just say this. Well, I'm just gonna give a shout out. You know, I'm a diehard Hurricane fan, but I'm just gonna give a shout out to Bethune. You know, that's Mr. Bethune. That was my daughter's principal.
Well,
yeah, his son,
Greg Bethune.
Greg Bethune.
Yeah.
Okay,
Greg. He went to Charles Drew with us.
Yeah.
Bethune?
He went to Charles Drew with us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, his son is that one of the linebackers. He actually had a really good game.
That is his name, Bethune.
Yeah.
I was wondering. Okay.
Yeah.
That's his son.
That's his son. That's his son.
Oh.
Yeah.
He gave a look. He gave a good talk.
So Daddy's still alive.
Yeah, Bethune talking about you talking about the son that's playing football that played for FSU, right?
No. Okay, the son that's playing, that's the Bethune. He was a coach around when we were in high school. His daddy.
No, I know. Bethune.
We know
That's
Greg
around our
Bethune.
age. Greg Bethune. He's around our age.
I think he went to the West.
I know you're talking about, but I think it's his daddy. His daddy.
Oh, okay. Well,
You're not sure. Okay, all right.
Okay, you knew his dad.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was my coach at Scott.
Oh, okay.
He's the one who was calling me sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna try and we're gonna try and get Bethune on this podcast too. I'm gonna try that.
Cool.
I think I think we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple of calls. Yeah. So
we'll get him on.
Cool.
We need you, Bethune.
as we get ready for what's going on, family, the Celebration Bowl, which the MEAC has been winning for the longest. I think the SWAC only won once, and that's surprising because the SWAC has always been the dominant. So we got that coming up. We got these bowl games. We got a lot of stuff coming up for us to enjoy, and we really appreciate you coming out, Rudy.
No problem, man. No problem.
Anytime we call, we'll come, and it'll probably be good when Coach Frazier come. We have. URP, we and just have a little panel and talk to Coach Frazier and bring that Carol City love. We love everybody. We talk a lot of junk about the other schools, but we love them because we so connected with everybody.
Hold on, what was that school that we used to beat all the time?
Northwestern.